I'm going over 3 real estate investments that people like to explore when they're gonna jump into real estate. Because everybody in real estate is an investor, right? Well, I've been doing this almost 2 decades, just shy of 2 decades, and I own many houses myself. I've done it all. I'm gonna go over with you today 3 different types. We're taking a road trip. This is number 1. Are you ready? I don't know if Asher's ready. He's a little nervous here, right? I'm gonna start with this new phenomenon I've been hearing. This BRRRR thing, BRRRR they're calling it. I guess it's been around forever. I've been doing it forever. I've just never heard of it called BRRRR. Buy, repair or rehab, refinance, and repeat. But I'm gonna give you a tour of this house. And the reason why BRRRR is I don't think for the faint of heart or for the beginning investor at this time is because it's very cash heavy. You can't finance houses with the BRRRR plan. Maybe you get hard money, it's gonna be very costly. Every now and again you find one that you can finance first, then repair, then refinance. But in this case, this house, no way, no how without cash. So this is a property similar to many properties that I've purchased and done this in the past. I want to walk you through this house. If you're a beginning investor and you've watched Flip This House, that's what we're looking at. I'm not going to give you tours of the other properties, the next few. I'm just going to kind of give you scenarios. Ashy, we're going to check this out. So some of these rooms here don't have any electricity because the breakers are busted or there's no bulbs or what have you. But this property is vacant, right? We do have a laundry room in here in the house. This used to be a garage, right? A lot of these properties have converted garages. This room was a garage because back in the day, the 40s, 50s, and 60s, most houses had 2 bedrooms, the parents' room and then all the kids in one room. Get ready. If you want to do this, it's not for the faint of heart, right? Not just a paint job. We got weeds growing out of the walls or something, wire, I don't know. Paint is just a minor thing. What is this? Who knows? Oh! Ew! And of course, back in the day, who installed a toilet in a room with the water heater? I don't know. What are you going to entail? What are you going to uncover? What's it going to entail? All right. So these are the things that you need to be prepared to see. Walk-ups into the kitchen. You're gonna get in here, hands that have never been washed with the light switches. Disgusting! These are all purely cosmetic, but the big money comes in. This has got to go to the wall. This has got to go to the studs. And then once you find out what the studs are, have the termites eaten everything up? I don't know. This is wild. These floors, fortunately, are very nice. They could probably be refinished, sanded. And I did uncover, I saw earlier, this is all wood floor. And there is wood floor under here. Hit the jackpot, Asher. Oh my God! Wow! But Ash, check out this bathroom. Everything's a gut. The cabinets, the shower, the toilet, the window coverings, the windows, AC. I mean, these homes are very, very intense. So what are you doing? You're buying the home for cash and you're financing all of the repairs together. You better have a couple hundred in your pocket ready to expedite and then some cushion. You want to have $250,000 to do a project like this and then hope that you can get your money out in the cash out refi and then rent it. You also want to calculate what is the best rent outcome scenario that you're going to be able to achieve with a property like this. Because on TV, they always show the good stuff, then they show the fake bad stuff. Like some of that fake bad stuff, I'm like, that's not bad. I wish that happened on my job. The real bad stuff is all new HVAC you weren't planning on, all the underground plumbing you weren't planning on, so on and so forth. Paint, flooring, cheap. Redoing a kitchen, expensive. Redoing underground plumbing, roof, foundation, etc., super expensive. By the time you've gotten that money in, you want to know how much you're going to be able to rent this property for conservatively. Have your agent treat you conservatively on the finances. Now, if it's me, of course, I'm going to shoot you straight. I'm gonna say don't buy it or buy it. And if I say buy it, you can rest assured it's a buy. If I say don't buy it, do not buy it. So this is an example. One of the three, we're going 2 other properties. We're gonna check them out. The BRRRR, or buying one that's already refinished, or building. We'll see. What? Actually, that looks sticky. What is that? Foam? I don't know. I'm nervous. Let's go to the next property. This one's a little too BRRRR for me. Okay, the second option of potential investment properties we're going over this very day is it's ready to go, buy and lease the property. Now, I sold this property. We did have to do some work to it many years ago, but now it's in that range to where it's a turnkey investment property. So pretend this house was on the market today and you walked in just like this as an investor. There might be some minor updates or what have you you'd want to do before you put it on the market, but for the most part, this property is buy and lease it the next day after closing. Yes! Yes! The benefit of this type of property is that this is the lowest barrier of entry. The first property we talked about, you saw lots of things to do. You need to do cash for all of it. You need to buy the property with cash because it won't appraise, and there's so much drama. The next one we're gonna get into in a minute is also cash heavy. This property right here, you can buy for 20% down. So let's say this property's not for sale. Let's say it was for sale. It would probably be around 135, 140. If we're talking about 140, we're talking about 14, and 14 is 28. That's your 20%. Plus, let's say 7,000 in closing costs, right? So we're at 35, 36,000. And then you always reserve in your mind $5,000, $4,000 to $5,000 in make ready. So let's just say all in on this one of 40K. You're all in at 40K, you own the house, but you also have a mortgage, so you're 110, 112, right? Now, you lease this property for $1,195, right? So your mortgage was 112. Your payment is gonna be about $980, so maybe $950. You still can cash flow on this property, right? So it's an okay property to buy, low barrier of entry, and it's a sleeper property. You buy this house, you save up some money, you buy another, you save up some more money, you buy another. Before you know it, you've got 5, 6, 7, 8. I have clients with up to 25 properties just like this. Myself, before I started doing the next type of house we're gonna get into, had 20 properties. The thing about these properties is that they become overwhelming. You have to worry about foundation. Here in this area, in these age group, that 1950 to 1965 property, you have to worry about the underground plumbing, which is a huge expense. These types of old properties between foundations, roofs, underground plumbing, appliances, AC, heater, can be traumatic. I did notice when I walked in here, and I'll show you, I'll walk you over this way. As soon as I walked in, now of course the owner has done some remodeling here, it looks great, but you know, you got your broken stove knob. Of course, it's broken here, so I can't just put it back on. So it's the little things in these older houses, plus there's rust and stuff, probably just ready to get rid of that. That's a scenario that we have in these older homes. You can cash flow, they are affordable, it is a lower barrier of entry. However, it's a lot more upkeep, a lot more weekend calls, a lot more evening calls, a lot more daytime calls. So there are implications to owning a property like this. If you're a first-time investor, this is probably going to be the most realistic because of the cash outlay. A lot of people can come up with 30 or 40,000 versus 80 or 100,000, 200,000 that you'll see on the other houses that we're going over. Either way, I definitely recommend starting your investment as early as you can. Once you're in, you're hooked and you're setting yourself up for retirement. Whether the stock market goes up or down, you'll always have a house once you buy real estate. Give me a shout if you're interested in this On to the next type, let's roll. So our third type of investment potential is new construction. What do I mean about new construction? You go to a builder and put down a contract? No, you actually build an investment property yourself. This is what I'm currently doing in Houston right now. So I've done the other two we mentioned previously. This is what I'm doing now because I found the biggest bang for your buck is this. Let me dive right in. Okay, this particular piece of property, I don't own this one, but I own an identical one down the street. It's already leased, so for the purposes of this video, my client was gracious enough to allow me to film inside his. So, new construction. We buy the lot, right? Once you buy the lot, you already kind of know the area because we've been doing this for a while. And we have our builder. We're building the same thing every time, right? So we know how it works. We know what we're gonna get. We know how the market's gonna react to it. It's new, it's clean, it's nice, it's easy, it's no drama. We build a duplex. We need at least a 5,000 square foot lot. In this case, we've got this unit, it's a 3-2. Next door, that's attached to this with a shared wall, we have a 3-2. Of course, kitchen, laundry, everybody's got their own. It's a complete, succinct house. Separate driveways, but the properties are attached in the middle. So the scenario I'm going to use for this case, we buy this lot for, let's say, 80,000, around about, right? You go to your local banker. We have a relationship here. We ask our banker for a loan. We tell him what we're going to do. He said, who's your builder? We say our builder's name. He knows our builder. He's built all of our stuff. Of course, you can use your own builder if you want, but we have it programmed down to a science here. You get the loan to build, roughly $250,000.
Now that's a lot of damage.
So you've bought the lot for 80,000 cash. It's got to be cash. Nobody's going to loan you money to buy the lot. So 80,000 cash is your collateral for the construction loan, right? So now you've got the construction loan. You build the property. We've got our equity in here. We use no more of our own funds. We use the bank's funds. They've got our lot as collateral. We build this property. We build it. We lease it. It's new. There's no roof leaks. There's no foundation problems. There's no AC issues. There's no water heater issues. Now, once you're done, you lease the properties. You decide if you want to go temp to perm from that construction loan into a permanent loan, or maybe you fill it and sell it. Maybe you refinance it and get your cash out. I don't know, that's up to you. We can of course help you with that, but there's no stress, there's no struggle. The tenants that, everybody wants the property, but you attract better tenants that are gonna pay on time and take care of the property because it's a beautiful home and you kind of control the scenario better than some of the other scenarios that we've been through previously. This is what I'm doing now. If you've got further questions on any one of the three that we've gone over today, I'm your guy. Doing this for many, many years, selling real estate for almost 2 decades. Been a real estate investor since the early 2000s as well. We can take care of you. Steve Kinne, the Kinne Group at Compass.